Average 1 in 5 women in South Africa have experienced abuse and went through the suffering alone in fear that no one would believe them of or being accused of lying. Zimasa Njoli decided to start a movement called Ummlomo, which aims to empower and give women who go through bad experiences in life a chance and a platform to share their story with other women of similar experiences. Well, she joins us now this morning ahead of her event to share more. Zimasa, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for making the time to come.
Thank you so much, Paul, for having me.
Your event is not just an event. It's more than just an event. It's about sharing experiences with other women. It's about empowering women to not be defined by whatever bad experiences that have happened to them. Tell us why you decided to conceptualize an event such as this and why it was important for you.
All right. Firstly, thank you for having me, Pearl. So the reason why I decided to form Ummlomo or to start Ummlomo, I personally went through a depression. When I went through the depression when I was starting to deal with the background traumas that my childhood traumas that I had gone through. So I think when I was about 8 years old, I got molested by a family friend, and upon that, for the longest time, I didn't talk about it. My family only started knowing about that experience, I think about 3 years ago, because that's when I truly started dealing with that. So when I actually realized that a lot of women go through all of that, and I formed Ummlomo because I wanted to create a platform for women to be able to share their testimonies. However, Ummlomo is not an initiative only for women, because if, let's say, we empower women only and the women have to live in the same society with the men that are broken, then we won't really be achieving the ideal goal that we want. So Ummlomo is a foundation that wants to heal the whole society, that wants people to share their life experiences in hope to get complete healing. And for the fact that because we've went through traumatic experiences, we get the opportunity to rewrite our story, to retell our story, and not be victims of circumstance, but actually be victors through telling our testimonies.
Zimasa, just the name Ummlomo is so powerful. It speaks volumes, because sometimes women who are victims or have been victims are not able to be their own mouthpiece, and it's important, as you say, to reach out and teach the entire community. What's the significance for you? I know you only spoke out about 3 years ago in your personal experience, but what do you wish would have manifested in what are some of the things that you wish manifested in being Ummlomo for you or on your behalf? Do you wish that in your situation someone could have spoken up or seen that things weren't quite kosher, that you were, what more do you think you would have wanted as a child who had gone through something like that?
I wish that a platform could have been created, or an environment where I am able to come up to my mom and tell them that this is what has happened. And I wish that a culture or environment was created that we are able to talk about them, even the most uncomfortable things that people go through. Because I know even with some of the stories that some of the bloggers have shared, because we have a blog where the different bloggers can share their testimonies, I've had feedback where people are saying, oh, those stories are too deep or they're too heavy. So I wish that a culture can happen where we are able to truly be honest and to truly be open and vulnerable about what we went through. So that, because if I went through the most traumatic experience and I need someone to talk to, I shouldn't have to sugarcoat it what I went through, but I should be able to fully express and to fully share the trauma that I went through.
And what else do you think leads women to not be able to fully speak about their experiences? So perhaps it is a lack of platforms. You also speak about a cultural thing where you can't really be expressive about what you say. You have to be ashamed, especially when speaking about things of the body. What else have these women on the blogs shared with you about why they kept quiet?
It's the fear of being judged, and the condemnation and the stigma that comes with certain things. Like, people don't want to be labeled as a rape victim or it's the stigmas that society puts on women and on men as a whole, because you find that even men who are broken, they don't want to come out and say, I've went through 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am currently broken and I need help, because of the stigma of being seen as weak or as being seen as less than. So we always put this front that we are perfect and we can handle everything and we've got everything under control.
Let's speak about the structure of your seminar or event. So we get there and what happens?
Okay, so it's firstly going to be a safe space where we can truly have honest and open and like be able to be vulnerable. So we get there, and obviously the plan is to have fun. We get there and I will tell more. I will give a speech where I tell the audience more about Ummlomo, how it came about being founded, and the bigger vision of the movement, because Ummlomo is a movement.
Yeah.
And the bigger vision of the movement. And then we're going to have speakers sharing their life journey and where they are currently and how they got to the point of being victors of the circumstances they've been through. So and then after that, we'll have an interaction with the audience where we're hoping that they'll also be able to open up and be comfortable to say, this is where I'm at. And if they need help, we also have organizations that we're currently partnering up with, because we understand that it's not just about talking about it, but talking about it, it's the start to the solution. It's just only the beginning.
Yeah.
So if more help is needed, then we'll have organization to refer them to.
That is absolutely fantastic, and such a, I think you've handled this whole thing in such a gentle manner to make every woman feel safe. So for people who would like to attend, how can they go about doing this? Where are tickets available, or where can they get more information?
Okay, so this morning we officially sold out all tickets.
Shoo.
So
when's the next one?
So the event is currently sold out, and it's happening at Grace Bible Church. We hired the venue at Grace Bible Church. It's in Pimville, and it's starting at 3 o'clock, but we advise people to get there as early as from 2:45.
Okay, so when is the next one? Because this one is already sold out. So for someone who's watching at home, or for myself, I'd love to come next time. How can I, get information or keep up with all the projects that will be happening under Ummlomo, and perhaps even lend a helping hand?
You can follow and like our pages on all our pages, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Ummlomo. Or you can visit our website, the blog. It's www.ummlomo.co.za. It's Ummlomo with a double M. So it's UMMLOMO.
Zimasa, you're absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for creating this mouthpiece. It's a powerful mouthpiece for women who have suffered trauma. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you.
That was Zimasa. And Ummlomo will be hosting an event to close off Women's Month by inviting all women to come and share their stories unashamedly, with the aim of freeing themselves and inspiring other women with their testimonies. We just spoke to the event organizer, Zimasa Njoli, on the seminar. Make sure you follow all the various social media platforms for new information, for new events, and how you could possibly be an individual or an organization that can come on board and help women get their healing. We take a quick break now. Do stay with us.